So guys, kitalo nnyo, kitalo ddala okufiirwa maama. Community yaffe mukimanyi, we have a culture. It's not only Buganda ku ntiko obaani. We normally stand in for those who have lost their beloved ones. Mwebale nnyo, thank you very much whoever is here. I know you guys, you have a lot to do. Some are coming from shifts, some are going. Nene mutta akaseera kano ne tubaawo ne tugumya muganda wa Fona and William. This is not the first time. On Monday, was it Sunday? We were in Jameson. Some of you were there. This should be continuing. It must be a continued behavior or habit. Wetufiirwa. Ekituyamba buyambi kujja wano abamu tetubalabangako. Omukyalo ono neeyanjulidde mupya yakajja wano naye mutegeeredde wano. Abamu bakadde nabalabako dda ne mubula. So it is actually very comforting for you to be here. If William and David singa abantu ono tebazze sirakati muli ku maama mukaaba bamuzise leero. Yeah, I understand she was buried today. But your presence is comforting them. I can see smiles. By the time I came here, William was not smiling. He's now smiling. And David, Bala. But on a serious note, of course, the family starts with the parent and both parents and the child. Oba abana bazaala. Ati ne kigenda ku tribe oba clan, then the clan from the family clan, then tribe, then maybe a nation. On that note, I thank the Toro community. You have been standing together for almost everything of this kind. Nasembayo kubeera wano try to fiiridwa mama wa Dafini tata we. Yeah. Era ne tujja wano. Dafini wano tofuula option ogundi. N'abaawo ekyamagezi ekisingako. Tuyite nga tujje. Naye I've noticed your community is very supportive, the Toro community. I'm not only seeing some very faces or roots zendaba. Naye mwebalenga okujja okubeererawo bannaffe. Banne ekyo kikulu nnyo mukikubireko mu ngalo. N'abalala mukolenga bwe mutyo. Let's do the same. Let's do the same. For Bala and William, oba waliwo n'owooluganda omulala, I'm sorry, nyinza okuba sibamanyi. Oli mufumbo. I don't know your wives. Oba abaana bammwe. For the rest, Norman is also? Okay. Mwenna abafiiriddwa tubasaasidde nnyo. Obwe bugambo bwange okujja nga aliwo alina okwogerayo akagambo akalala muwa omukisa guno abantu badde babeere interactive nga bwe babadde. Jambuse obaweeyo akagambo. Twagala tukozesa akakisa kano kadde kaddakiika 10 tetwagala babowa. Obudde buno si bwakwogera naye oluusi twetaka okubaamu organized. Ndowooza tutegekeyo atukyazizza tayinza butatu. Tufuneyo n'omuntu omu ategeera ebyokulya asinza okulya wano. Oyo ye Fred Apuuli ajja atwebaliza abafumbye. Kubanga mu kufumba oyo Apuuli mu kufumba temumuzannyisa kirowooza nti waliwo wanaamuwunyamu.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I will speak in Rotoro, being the chairman of Toro Canada Association. Bala, na Timothy, na William, sorry, William Ara, William Alkuli. Mukama bagumye akwiki babiro kibere kintu kyamaani muno kuferwanye nainywe n'abasajja bona omuntu kuferwanye nyoko kintu kyamaani muno kanduko no so kuferaso nkikusasa bitu kandi umuseija bitu kufera nyoko runyina iwe kitu nikisaliza muno kandi okutalamuka otala nawe rundi tubira wakuzika nakyo nikisaliza kuongeraho niyenda kubasima inywena abaizire family yetu ya hano Toronto abantu bitu ba Toro Canadian Association abanywanyi baitu from various communities za Buganda Busoga everywhere nimbasima muno tena hugarukira kuija kuba na Bala na William mwebale muno nienda kusima Atwoki Dafin na Moti Dorine na abandi abaire hano na Bruce wabere chairman wa funeral committee mwebale muno kururangu tuyona twayisoroleza hano kusupportinga mugenzi wetu ono Bala na William abacumbire ba Simon ara EDC wange na abandi bona abalesere byo kulya abalesere byo kunywa mwebale muno ntsima tena ugarukira kandi twetaga obumu bwikaleho especially otukatulukuno mahanga manyere ibintu kubugumire kuba mahanga muri nywenka tumunya family zanyu abandi bali Uganda abandi bali nkaha so mutu mukwa muri nawe numuhamani numusabera nawe naguma so mwebale muno manyere ubwira bwanyu abantu bayigi babene bakora in various places barugira hamulimo barugira nkaha bitu bayiferezo wirobo abandi bakyagenda okora kujja kuba na bagenzi baitu bano nimbasima mbono tena ugarukira so ka family tuyona tulahano nyona mulahano tuongere kuba nabo alire kyaralia aliye owaranyo kyaranywa baitu continue kusupportinga bagenzi baitu bano Bala na William mugume mulbaseija tujja kubasabera kandi omukayikuru aboli mukama amuhe ekyumure kitahwa mwebale muno
chairman ne kano tekwogera ka musajja oli bini akawulirako bintu akati eddoboozi libadde tonongolooza bw'oyogererako bwoti bwenziramu Catherine jawo buze ku Dafin jango buze ku bantu n'abalabalabe ku muntu atukyazizza era akoze omulimu then after Fred ajja twebalize emmere
Dufferin Mall.
Dufferin Mall.
Tony. Kan tukore?
Demo kamera na ku. Not the decoration, it is speaking sound.
No, it's okay. Let me. Thank you so much, Community Chair, for this opportunity. My name's Dafin Marunga, atoke chana cha Bapanyarwa. Kirokinu, we are mourning Abwoli ombitokati mugenzi wange Bala na William ndi mami wabo mubye chika baitu I don't think ntimpikire kubaza nkyali mwana muto muno all his life you didn't know that you would celebrate her life when you're miles apart, but that was planned by God, and I think it is the right thing. Owera ninyeralikirra nindola abantu baingi nimwija baitu nimpurira n'okusemererwa kugamba nti mwizire kuba na Bala na William bamanye nti itwe hano Canada nikwe tukikora tuti abokuba abantu baana bashyaka hano. So abana bashyaka, you have to know that your sisters, your brothers, not blood brothers and sisters, but because we are Ugandans or we are East Africans, we care. We care in a way that there are so many people here, you will not know them by blood, but you will know them because they are Ugandans. And nobody is going to have your but these are the people who are going to have your back. So nsemerirwe muno, mwebale kuija, mwebale kuba nabo. Thanks for coming to share, and thanks for overwhelmingly supporting them in contributions. I want to thank the Toro community for coming out. Timanyire Bala na William mubeire so favored. I have never seen abatoro bona kusanga bona bakwasirweho kugamba n'abandi abambeire nyeverwa n'ogamba nti, you know, there are those people who are always in Kamoli, betu norana nawe akutwekire message, I talk this, and I'm like, ono atahanka. Thank you so much. I think everything happens for a reason, and this has come in to bring us together again to continue to build the bond. I want to thank Chair for this with Bruce. The community chair mentioned, I obviously don't want to make my place a vigil place. But I also want to say, if there are other parties that can be held, don't bring them here. Call me, I will come and attend. That's a joke. Anyway, if they are there and we need to celebrate them, let us celebrate. Let's plan them and have them. Lastly, what have I forgotten? Okay, lastly, I want to invite you guys to a Zoom that we're going to have on Sunday at 4 p.m. It's an educational Zoom. It's prepared by my organization. I hope you know my organization. It's the Amara Girls Initiative. The Zoom is about investment through insurance. It's about other programs other than refugee. It's an immigration program. And then we shall also talk to newcomers about how we can move forward in our community. Because we've had a lot of, we don't like Ugandans, but I'm so happy that 99.97% of you guys who are here, you're all Ugandans. But we don't like each other. So we need to meet more often and close on the gaps. Obviously, there are those challenges, but again, if a brother and a sister can have an argument, what about my neighbor and me? So I wish you all the best, and I thank you for that heart of having others at heart, especially people who have come here. I'll tell you, like, I lost a dad and a brother. You're going to have everyone here there, but at least today will be memorable. Like, you will always be there and you're like, oh, this is what happened. And I think I have the community there for me. And also, don't go back home and just cut us off. Communicate. We can't be in everybody's life, but if you let us know, like, oh, there is ABCD, then we shall also follow. Please don't die in your houses, in your basements, in your places. Reach out to someone to help you. There is a lot. Mental health is real. we need to support each other. There is someone out there who doesn't have chicken. Some of us just left the food just like that. I'm not saying we were wasting, but we were full. You get it? But there is someone in the basement there or in the shelter who has not had a chance to eat. So reach out to people, reach out to your friends, and stay in touch. Because this is what we have. We have each other. Okay, God bless you, and thanks for coming.
Yeah, as I said, this is not a speech, but it will be actually not in order not to have a voice of William or David or both. As is to say hi to you guys. Then we shall have Fred at the last. Yeah, Django will get it. Who is the oldest? Go Sembai. William, come first. William Kaso, Kayo get it. Bane Muli Zeko. When now we meet it up. It's up to you.
I'm very happy to actually what you are saying that it should not end at coming to burials, or we should not make this place a burial meeting place, funeral place. It has taught me a big lesson. I'm a newcomer in Canada. I'm not so old. I arrived here in September last year. My baby brother is good at going out to communities, which is not my case. And Awoli's death has taught me a lot. We didn't see this happening. It was a shock. But it is because of David is reaching out to communities that has actually helped us go through this situation. Myself, I was thinking that we are going to be in our houses, the two of us, and mourn and tussle it out. But I was surprised with the first group that came, Mr. Luasa, Arari, Simon, Amoti, Doreen, Atoki, everybody who came there to be with us that day. We appreciate you. I'm not very good at giving speeches, and I don't want to abagamba abasajja tebakaaba, but Awoli yatuwa gundi eyo kukaaba, tukaaba nnyo. So we really get so emotional. Ate saagala kutuukayo.
Watono na speech ya musino nawe. Eri kumpewo. Ukaba siku bi. Zenga nkaba.
Yeah. So actually gundi Zoom gundi yabaddewo nalemereddwa. Saasobodde kwogera kwa Awoli. Naye ndowooza nti Bala bye yabagambye is the true picture of the woman in Aboli. Yatukuza n'atuteeka mu line gye tulowooza nti yentuufu era yetutuusa n'okuba nga Atwoki bw'agambye nti yalwawo okulaba nga abantu bakuŋŋaana ate abalaba bakuŋŋaanidde ku bapya. Emikisa gya Bwoli tutambula najjo tegituvaako. Abadde mukazi mukazi wa maanyi. She has been a true picture of a mother. Abadde mother mulungi. Aboli nga tomukwatira ku mwana we. She was there to protect her kids at any cost. Abadde mukyala wife mulungi kuba abadde ne muzeeyi emyaka 55 okuva we yava e Fort Portal ne bamuwasa e Busoga gye bamwebasizza leero. Abadde asinga ne taata waffe okumanya ab'ekika kye nga yamubuulira nti muzeeyi ono wa kika kye ono babeera wali biki nga yabimanyi eby'e Busoga n'okusinga muzeeyi eyamuleetayo. So obulumi bungi naye bw'olowoozaamu ebirungi byatukoledde otuuka n'oguma somehow. We appreciate and celebrate. Ayise mu bulumi bungi the last 4 months. Ne tutuuka ne tukkiriza ne tugamba at least let her bwekibanga kyekize at least awummule. Surgeries ze baakola zaagenda bulungi. They were successful. But somehow Nsambya mismanaged her. N'afuna infection. Yafuna spinal surgery. Yalina bo discs obwayonooneka, so bamulongoosa ne babujjamu ne babureplacinga. Naye abadde ne diabetes, she had pressure. So ekiwundu kyalwawo okuhiiringa. We yadde ewaka n'afunamu issues. She had to be taken to Nsambya because it was the nearest. But somehow they mismanaged the situation. Yatuuka awantu nga she could not feed herself, so they had to put tubes to feed her through the tubes. For about 2 days, that's when they realized that the tubes that they had put in her were instead directed in the lungs. Kati emmere yonna gye bamufeedinga for the 2 days na ebyokunywa byonna babiteeka mu mawuggwe. Kuba ye teyalina buzibu bwonna, yali surgery yali ewedde nga she was improving. Naye kati n'afuna problem eyo. Kati nga n'atuuka n'abeera nga aziira. She could not breathe. Nga lungs zonna zijjudde ebyokulya. Because of that mistake, they had to refer her to IHK in ICU nga bamaze okurealizinga mistake gye bakoze. Kati ku IHK for the last 3 weeks, about 3 weeks babadde bagezaako sucking out byonna ebyagenda mu mawuggwe, and the only way they could do it because of the pain, yali akyalina pain surgery, because she had 2 surgeries in about 3 weeks. In about 4 days she had 2 surgeries. Basooka ne bamukola ey'oku nsingo because she was failing to breathe, and then they had to do that major one. So bwe bamurashinga ku IHK baali balina okumusedatinga. So she has been sedated for about 3 weeks. Bamwebasa aleme kubeera mu gundi eyo because they had to suck out a food that was nga tebagala organs indala according to the doctors. Yeah. So they put her to sleep all that time. Ne bamuteeka ku support system. I don't know what the process is called. Naye nze bwe bambuulira gundi eyo, somehow it came to my mind that she may not, yeah, because balina they put bamukubamu ekituli somewhere nga tebagala kumuyisaamu tubes nga asobole okusiza ku support system. So all this time agezezaako okulwana naye ku Sunday bayita family members because basula ewaka. We usually, when we are at home, every month we have we congregate in one of the homes, each of our homes. Salawo nti leero lwa bbala, tugende wa bbala ne tubeerayo ne tulya ne tusaba. So basaba naye ku makya nga bukedde eddwaliro ne bakuba essimu nga babeetaaga mu meeting. And I think the news was that the body could not support anymore. They were just waiting for the time. Yeah, so obulamu bwe butyo bwe bwagenze, tetwakirowoozaako nti kiri tutuukako. At least me, I had never thought about it nti kisobola okuntuukako, naye kyantuuseeko. And wetuukire okubeebaza mwenna. I don't know how we would be now if it wasn't for this community. We are going to be more active. Bala himself has been active. It is only me who doesn't. I usually send him. I usually send him to go to the community, and he has done the job. I can see.
Congrats to you about.
Yeah. So I think it is a good idea. Yeah, and I'm not the bad person that cannot make friends, only that I had a lot of issues when I arrived in Canada.
Women.
So tuli basanyufu ebyensuso, tetujja kumentioning amannya, baitu abaisemu inywena nitubasiima. Mwebale muno, mwebale chairman Alali okozire mulimu gwa amaani. Simon, Dorin, Pirao, Timanire oweikire. Tetukwatangako mu nsawo. We have never gotten any single coin since this happened. People have been coming in with drinks, eats. So we are very grateful. I thank my friends, Bala's friends, Tony. Bala is saying among others, Muzira Tony. These are people whom we were in the same shelter, and it is a family that at least I've been engaging with. But now I know I have to engage more. And yeah, because community is very important. I will not talk much. Let me leave Bala to say something.
William webale nnyo osoose n'otiisa ntomanyi kwogera naye abayi muwulirizeeko tukyali ku mukolo gwennyini ebyokulya bireme tutabula webale nnyo ate oyogeramu nga beesige katono oba lwakuba badde otidde wefuddisi webale nnyo it's been a very good moving n'abasinga abamu abazze nga nze nga tumanyi bumanya nti mwafiiriddwa maama tufunye ekifaananyi ekirala maama bwe yagenze nze ate onzijukizza nnyo kuba ne maama yafiira Nsambya naye nze ndowooza tetujja kugamba nti yali mismanaged kuba dokita baali baatubuulira friend ye yalwalira akabanga nga tumanyi ekigenda mu maaso. At this time kampite Bala ono amwogeddeko naye Bala nja kusaba tukwetaaga nnyo mu community. Waliwo community gy'obeeramu emu gye tubeeramu naawe eyakabye ennyo eya vibe naye tukwagala. Bala is a former guild president of Makerere University. He's a leader, he has a lot of skills. Bala tukwetaaga mu community. Ffe abamu tukaddiye twagala community kuwummulako. We need Balas and the rest of you young guys mujje mu bintu bino. Come, the community needs you. Dodo balina bye bakoze. We have a set of a lot of community engagements, not only political. Daphne was talking about mental health, refugees, community egenze nnyo. Most of our community members are in disarray. They are governed through WhatsApps. The WhatsApps are full of garbage. Somebody will put all of what. Now if you have more community leaders with a lot of skills, like a person who has led Makerere University Guild for a political year is not a small person. So Bala, I'm inviting you. Era kyenvudde njagala William ayogere saagala omubuutikire naye abantu bawule ku ddoboozi lyo kuba bannabyabufuzi bwe mwogera temumala.
I talk in the car. Wait a sock by your man. Yeah, Chairman Luasa.
Kano katebakaba tekabalimba tekaliiko nnyo yogera natural voice kwe kali naye amplifying a voice ye kateekawo kasimu ya bbiri
nemwinza kunganyira nyondo mwiho wa babito. So bumba mwiho wa babito abatoro, before we say anything or do anything, the first thing that comes into your mind otubaragira kiki. So ningera abantu bajwahire, people are tired, kandi kiki kubatokera. So maybe that is why my voice is low. Kyonka atwoki toro waitu ababito. Kyonka ababito are divided in two groups. Aliya ababoyo na abapanyarwa. So itu tubabaihwa baba bito chonka abapanyarwa. So hanu tulimuka it's so kwesunga do everything that we want. Amotu wachietegereza. So to say the least, we are at home. So I want to join my brother William to thank first and foremost the Almighty God that we are able to speak, because you know on Sunday the thinking was that maybe we would die in our own movie, tussle it out and be alone. But when we shared the unfortunate news with family and friends, we were very overwhelmed by the response. So we don't take that for granted. Baitwitu tubabaijukuru b'abasambu, they have a very special blessing. Abasambu are in a very special blessing, and I know that is why some of you who even don't know us are here, is because our grandparents were Abasambu. They have a magnet that pulls people around us. But that is on a lighter note. But getting back to the point, we want to thank you so much for, standing with us. It wouldn't have been easy. It is not easy. But when you come into our lives, when we are here, we create a picture and posture that we are well, we are fine, because we are being comforted by the love around us. We don't take that for granted. So we want to thank you so much, and we know that one good turn deserves another. We are learning. We have learned that community is very important, that community is part of us, that if it wasn't for community, maybe right now would be, in great pain. But because of community, we are able to face every day as it comes. In a special way, I want to thank my family, the TCA family. Ningera hano bagambere mu Luganda bagamba nti nga bakugambye ntino tambula ng'omuganda, so naffe mutoro basobola okugamba ntino tambula ng'omutoro. So kati nange njala kutambula ng'omutoro. Nyo ndi musaiza mugaya, ndi mwiho w'ababiito, ndi mwijukuru w'abasambu, ndi mwijukuru w'abagweri. So I have so many people in TCA that I relate with, and I am very grateful that they came in to give me, when you take excessive drugs, they have this thing called naloxone or something. So they give it to you, and yes, kano akantu. So TCA has been like the naloxone or naloxone, depending on which primary school you went to. Yes, they came in. My chairman Arali was the first on site, and Simon and Atwoki and Arali, Bruce. At that point we felt like we were together, because now at that point we were just mourning. William was crying, and then I was over crying, and then William was saying, "Hey, boss, what's up? Amagamba, hey, okay, it's okay. Sulera." Then like as if I've rested for a minute, then William also starts. And I'm like, hey, Mazo Chule, Itu. At a personal level, I am not hypertensive, but when I am anxious and so I become a little bit momentously hypertensive. So William will say, hey, boss, we don't want to go to the hospital. So we thought that was going to be the business for the whole week. Boss, take it easy. Hey, sir, take it easy. Chonka, when TCA came in, when our friends came in, like they made it very easy for us. But I don't want to dwell onto that, because with your support we've been able to overwhelm what we are going through, and we are also overwhelming it. But I want to thank God for our mom, Abuoli Ombitokati. She has been an example of love lived and experienced. A very honest person. I remember when I was a little boy, I would be going to school, and so many of my aunties, for us Batoro, we don't know our parents' names. So Ono Aboki, Ono Achali, Ono. So I was asking William the other day, by the way, William, do you know Aunt Grace's name? The real name? He says, no, I know Aunt Grace Award. Says, what name do you think? I said, Modeka. I said, that's a maiden name. Do you know her name? So for us, we don't know our parents' names because we don't know them. So they would give us like pocket money, but if you receive like 50,000, go with it to school, you get 20,000 and say, Mommy, keep for me this money. When I come back from school, I want to have this money. But Award would get that money, put it in the Bible. That money that you have given her, put it in the Bible and keep it for you. So if you put a mark on that money, after 3 months, you go back home, you'll get the exact note. When we talk about honesty, integrity, that is what we mean. We don't mean that you use that money on your own business and when you're coming, you get another money and put it there. That is misappropriation of resources. So Awoli taught us that you must be honest, that if I give you my thing, keep it as is. So Luasa has been talking about me, I'm a small politician, but of integrity. That's why I'm not very popular and famous. So Awoli has taught us so many things, but above all is to know that love must be part of society. That for me, loving my friend, loving my neighbor. I gave a testimony here that one time I got 10 million shillings and Awoli told me to go and bank it into the account of Crested Secondary School, Machindya. And that was just half fee for very many, just half of the school fees for very many kids, who myself, as her son, don't know. The kids, I don't know those kids, but I was paying half of that money. You can imagine. And I didn't misappropriate or say I went and paid the money. That was Awoli. Awoli was very passionate about the girl child because Awoli was not a degree holder. She went to senior secondary and ended there because during her time, the priority was for the boy child, not the girl child. But when she grew up and got married, she realized that educating a girl child is educating a nation. And that has been Awoli's business throughout. She has educated as I don't know how many girls in Toro, in Jija, in Kampala, wherever she has been. She has been of very great impact to the girl child. That has been Awoli's business. Awoli has been the epitome of love. We had a discussion on Sunday when we were going through our phones. So I told William, William, let me read for you what Awoli sent me. Then I read. Then at the bottom, Aboli told me, baby, I love you. So I told William, you see, for me, when I have a discussion with Aboli, she tells me I love you. When I have a call with Aboli, she says I love you. Then William says, let me also tell you what she tells me. Then she read and says, Mzee, William, I love you. So I said, yes. I mean, I thought I was the only one being told I love you. Yeah. So that was an amazing mother. But for me, what I thank Aboli for is laying a foundation. Foundation is very important because today we are here, tomorrow we are not around. So Aboli gave birth to so many children. But she knew that at one point I don't want to read that text because it's the last text I had from her, but she was telling me that I am sick, but the way I am feeling extremely very painful. It is an extreme feeling. I don't know what will happen. That's what Aboli was telling me, so I don't want to read that. But
tukutendereza Yesu, Yesu oli mwana kwandika, o musaya gunazinza nebaza, o mulokozi nebaza nnyo eyanunulaze, eyanondarakisa. Yesu akuma sasanyusiza era bulijjo namwebaza Yesu tukutendereza Yesu, Yesu oli mwana kwandika, o musaya gunaziza nebaza, o mulokozi.
yeah, thank you so much. I have forgotten where I stopped, but I'd like to give two scenarios. One, I gave it here. I said Aboli wanted us to be the best. And like so many people here have said, when I wanted to run for guild president at Makerere, before our time, politics was not about money, it was about ideas. So even if you didn't have money, but you had very good ideas, you'd be a very good candidate. So when I told Aboli that I wanted to run, Aboli asked me a very fundamental question. Says, Aboli asked me a fundamental. Says, but baby, why do you want to run? Abakuba Aboli nyo akabananyeta baby. So namugamba Aboli in Makerere where we stay, food is bad in the halls of residences. Then as I was trying to draw down my manifesto, Aboli told me, stop. Do you know why I don't want to listen to that? Because the mandate of the guild president does not give you powers to change their meals, to construct roads, to build new toilets. Says, I want to give you money to participate. I'm not going to give you money from my, but I have certain things to sell, and then I give you money. But give me a reason, because power, Mommy taught me that power corrupts absolutely. So if you want to get into power, you must be careful. So Yankaguza, why do you want to be? Hati yangamberangu, in heaven there is a book where they write all names of guild presidents. If you're not going to be one, you will never be one. That's what she told me, preparing me for failure. That if you don't go through, it's not the end of the life. So when I was trying to give my mom vague manifestos, and she says, no, I want to give you just hint of what you will say on TV and people will know that you're a serious candidate. Namgamba Boli, you tell me, but money. Says, you wait about money. When people at Makerere, students, they keep demonstrating, burning tires. Demonstration is very important, but you see at the center of intellectualism, things must be different. If you have an issue, even the way you approach it and address it, it must be different. So can you be the candidate who will change the political culture of students at Makerere? That's my mom who never went to Makerere telling me that. So I said, about that is, I hadn't told you that, you know, for us politicians, I hadn't told you that, but I was going to tell you. That is exactly my thing. Chonka, money. So she gave me money. You wanted money. I wanted money. I went, participated in the elections and won overwhelmingly by 6,590 votes. It was the first time to have such a percentage of students. But after 3 months, we had a strike of tuition policy. So when students were saying we need to strike, I wrote a communique saying, I think we don't need to strike. I am engaging the university council, engaging management on this kind of thing. So at 11, students stand up, but of course I had demobilized them, but they turned up. So I was saying, do I turn up also? Or do I? So because of the pressure, I turned up. And because I turned up, students beat me up. So when they beat me up on the news, they were saying the guild president of Makerere has been beaten up. So I called Mommy. I said, Mommy, today I have been beaten, but because of you. You told me that you want to change the political culture. I have tried it, but then Aboli told me that, you see, that is transformation. It's not an event, but it is a process. Start it, engage in it. You'll be challenged, but eventually things will be better. So, because she wasn't seeing me achieving it, but the future. So that is the kind of mother. My mother did not even have senior 5 or senior 6, but very brilliant and very intelligent. So I will miss my mother every day. When I achieve anything in my life, I will miss her, because she has always told me that I have the ability and the potential to be whatever I want. So I will miss her. I will miss her love. I will miss her stories. You'd be here on a weekend in a shelter, you are here. Your mom doesn't know that when you are in the shelter of just arrived, you are not employed, don't have a work permit, you don't have SIN. So you have too much time to call. So I'd call her and give her chibozi, say this Toronto now slow, now. She would be happy, laughing. She didn't know I was spending time as a person without SIN number, without a work permit, but also a dependent on Ontario Works.
But at least you told him that you met up.
I said I met very good friends, Apoli inclusive.
I know. What about me?
So I know that our time is fast spent, but I would have loved to tell you so many stories. But I want to thank you so much for coming, celebrating Aboli's life, and standing with us. I told you would be like crying in our houses. I have a house, William, maybe I'll be crying going to his, but that has not been possible. But in a special way, I want to thank my family of Toro Canada Association. I haven't seen Arali gave us a very good speech here. I haven't seen Aboli. Aboli is there, but Aboli is my mother. If she was closer here, she would tell you that we have a platform on which we belong, but every time there is a discussion, I am quick to get into Aboli's inbox and share with her my ideas before I post them. So I hold them in that high regard. I want to thank Atoki. Atoki, thank you so much for hosting us. I told you here, we can do anything. Amoti Kajumba, thank you so much. I also want in a special way to recognize a special friend, Apuli. Apuli is a very special friend.
Stand up, we see you.
No, he's going to give us
Let me say this. Let me say this before I conclude. Like William has said, we've had our mother in hospital. I can tell you that a hospital bill in Kampala, if you wanted to treat your mother, a week would be 50 million shillings. That has been our bill. From IHK to Zambia to Kampala Hospital. Like every week, it would be 50 million shillings. So I would be here working, also collecting Ontario works to send home. And by Saturday, I would be very overwhelmed. I needed a drink and to rest. So I would be calling, I would call Apuli and say, Apuli, are you there? And Apuli would say, but we have been waiting for you. So Apuli has been also a very good friend. And to be honest, mental health is a very big issue. So I would go to Apuli's, relax, chill, and face the week with a fresh mind. So I want to thank you so much, Apuli. And I want to also, as I conclude, thank all of you that have come. I know that shifts are there. I know that you have your own responsibilities. No man is a very good friend. But you have spared all your time to come and stand with us. And the prayer of my heart is that the Lord will bless you, the Lord will keep you, the Lord will expand your territories, and that you will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. We are a special lot because of our great and grandparents. So wherever we give a blessing, it comes to pass. So don't take the blessing that I have given lightly. Those that have desires and needs, you can be sure that they will come to pass. So thank you so much. And Aboli, yeah, so.
Yesu yana zake bibi yanjagaza. Sing in the language you understand. Yagala nansanyusa endaku zange sanyuse Yesu yana zake. Okay, bane tugenda kumaliriza naye munzikirize nebaze bato bange bano William ne David abagumye ne basobola okutubuulira. Ndowooza mwenna tukkiriziganya, it's not just time wasted. Aye tulina bingi nnyo bye tutamanyi. Abamu tujja David ne Bala yafiiriddwa maama we, so naye kati tutegeera ndowooza omuntu eyafudde. Thank you very much, Bala, David, William. I know banji leta tetuyinza kufuula lunaku no speech mwebale nnyo abannatoronto abasobodde okuba wano waliwo abantu nze besinza kwebala sinza kugamba nti Dodo ate weebale kuba Dodo bw'otaba wano bw'otaba mabega wa Toro community ngamba what's wrong with Dodo kuba kati tumanyi piira gye batambula bulungi singa abasoga babaako ensonga gye bagira waliwo abantu betutuukirira naye Uganda is a make-up of so many. We cannot work together if those sectors more namwe abanyarwanda gye mwali mukole tubenga tujjeyo community yaffe bala actually atwoki bono muyita bulijjo atwoki nze manyi Daphne yajjeyo akantu nti abantu abasinga we are here but the community is above kwega community neno tusinga ekyo bw'okitwala mu maaso toyinza kwonoona community omuntu yenna alowooza nti munene ku community yayonoona ki n'olwekyo bala David yayogedde ku kigambo waliwo abantu nga Katonda yamuwa ekitone kye toyinza kimuggyako ne bw'omukola ki ne bw'omwogera ki omukulu ono nze simanyi biseera bye oba akola ddi naye ku buli kintu abaako oba mukolo gwa conference oba ekyo gwe okyogedde ntenga soda you find and of you know ate mupya mu community yaffe but he is making himself president asigako ne kuba kadda babadde mu myaka 3 simumanyi nnyo you are testing sloga yako naye ebyo si bye ŋŋamba kye ŋŋamba waliwo omuntu ngenda kumaliza mu dakiika 2 nga nakajja wano mu 2007 nange nduddewo najja nenfuna wensula mu nnaku 3 wajjawo omusajja omu bwe natuukawo bwe nali nswene bo baali basajja nga bali very shosho era kyansanyusa nnyo kyanyamba n'okunteeka mu mbeera nga banywa ebikebe nga bino baŋŋamba onywa mwenge kye Uganda ne mbagamba mbadde nywa Nairo bansimba Crest nti gwogwo gwefaana ne Crest bwe nanywa Crest ekikebe kimu naye sirina kimalamu nga ngudde eri kakati eyo yalinga ndowooza Thursday ku Sunday mba ndi awo mu kaluumu kange mu basement ne mpulira music ebweru ng'akuba nnyo 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 ne nningiza bwe nti mu kadirisa ka basement mwabamanyi basement agenda okulaba nga ndabawo emmotoka yali ya silver ebiseera ebyo yali mu ya bbeeyi yali ya silver Mercedes Benz ML 500 muvaamu omusajja najja n'ebikebe ng'abikutte mu ngalo nenzijja waggulu saasooka kujja naye nempulira olwogaale waggulu nga bw'olaba wano abamanyi basement omusajja eyavaamu n'akwata ebika bya Crest 2 ebyankuba nayimira bw'ati n'abinywa nga tayimiridde awo nenzibuka amaaso ne ŋŋamba ndi mabega nnyo nga nammwe abaakajja bw'otuuka wano omanya nti oli mabega awo ne mmanya wano waliwo abasajja omusajja oyo ne ntandikwa mmutunuulira naye engeri Katonda nange alina ekitone kyange kye yampa bwe njogera abantu bawulira okuva olwo omusajja n'anjagala nga nkima bwe nalinga nsula buli Lwakutaano n'antwala gy'asula nga nkomyawo ku Sunday era ntuze Mercedes Benz gye nasooka okutuulamu n'engikoowa era yasooka okunjagaza Mercedes Benz n'engigula n'engitwala e Kampala omusajja oyo yali apuuli bwe balowooza nti apuuli akwagala nnyo oba oli mutoolo weerimba omusajja oyo naye ate ng'abikoze ku bantu bangi afumba wako emmere ye n'olwekyo mu kiseera kino nga batamanya apuuli oba togendangako wuwe noma tetumanyi wuwo oyogera bwogezi tokyaza ewo tokyaza abe muleke mmalize ngenda kuwa omukisa apuuli oba teyeebaza emmere kuba musajja jangu wano abantu bakulabeko mumuwe engalo ati alina ensonyi nimuka naawe jangu omuze ku bantu abe muwulirize alinamu ensonyi naye nga musajja mulinzi abe wuliriza anyway kasita mumulabye naye oyo yapuuli kati kandeko olumbe lugende mu maaso interact guys mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala abafumbi apuli abadde wakwebaza abafumbi bannanga ababadde mu ffumbiro buli atolo community empulidde kye mukoze tewali wano yaguze mwenge naye omwenge gutulemeddewo enkoko ekyaliyo abatulabiridde mu byendya mwenna abalabye nti omukolo guno gufuuka omulungi waliwo n'amazzi gaago gayingira abatalina mazzi aimbini abaagala amazzi munywa amazzi gaago naye olumbe lugende mu maaso tusaba abadda wangi muwulirizeeko nga sinnaggalawo ennyabo muwulirizeeko
No genda wale. Banange munsanyiwe nkomyewo waliwo something I've remembered. Fena ndowooza twagala Okay, yeah guys, much as we can do things on our own, and death is not for only people who are back home. Guys, death is not for people who are only back home. Even here we can die. Someone can die. We all have family back home and we don't have family here. But when something happens and we are here, guess what? Not even my brothers and sisters who love me so much who are back home will reach out to me. It is this Ugandan community that is going to stand with you. I want all of you to go back home and think about that. You don't have family here. The only people you have is the word Ugandan. This guy was Ugandan. This girl is Ugandan. So, as you go back, whether you want the community or you don't want it, just know not even your rich dad or your uncle or what in Uganda can be there for you here. By the time they go through the process of visa and all that, the Ugandan community will already be there. So we all need each other, and may the good Lord bless you.
Banange mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala kanebaze nnyo omuntu omukulu ennyo wano bantu bali babiri muto wange omulala agenzeeko wali abadde batuweereza ku social media mukulu Bini webale nnyo YouTube yo handle yo bakuuliza bulungi nnyo Bini bananga ali wano wuno era teetaaga ba subscriber ina bangi nnyo naye webale nnyo kuba emirimu gye mukola mugikola mu kwagala temutusaba naye mwebale nnyo bannange nkumaliza ngamba nti Ssaabasajja Kabaka awangaale mwebale nnyo.
I completed like 4 to 5 years in Canada. I didn't know Apuli's face, but I knew Apuli's name, and I knew Apuli's place has food every time. Apuli's time has drinks every time. So there's a time we had, I think, a demonstration, and someone made a joke. Are you hungry? We are like, yeah, we are hungry. So they are like, okay, all of you put 500 down road. Then I'm like, no, Apuli lives on Wellesley. They are like, what do you mean? I'm like, every time we'd be at events, people would be like, end point, Wellesley, Wellesley, Wellesley. So seriously, Apuli, thank you. it's not easy to feed people. You don't feed 1, 2, 3 other people. You don't even ask who is that, who is that, who is that.
Just walk in and eat.
He doesn't ask. Whoever comes, like Bambi, sometimes I even feel, when does he sleep? When does he? And he does not say, you know, other people who can be like Musonde Sonde. He doesn't, you know. But he will make sure whoever has entered his house has eaten, has drunk, and sorted themselves. So Apuli, thank you.
Apuli, I know Mujara.
Thank you.
Stand up. Apuli's second best. Stand up.